You gotta stand up and fight. Got to stand up. Don't say you down. You gotta stand up and fight. Oh, you got to stand up.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning. We welcome everyone to the theatre hall for our next forum session. Please take your seat as we will begin shortly. Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the forum session 1. For our first session, we delve into a transformative topic, leveraging AI to advance railway connectivity. Please join me in welcoming our keynote speaker for this session, Mr. Eamon Chi, Group Chief Digital Officer of Prasana Malaysia Berhad. Please welcome.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, esteemed professors and professionals of the railway industry. It is great to be here at the International Railway Forum in UNI KL. So for over 200 years, rail transport has always been about connecting people and places. And now in 2025, AI is giving us new ways to make those connections smarter, safer, and more efficient. For today, I would like to take you through two very simple slides, and we can ask questions also about the slides. But these slides is about how we can leverage AI to enhance the way we deliver our services, the way we engage our customers, and also the way we work. So without further ado, let's jump to the slides. Oh, okay, so if you can see the first slide on the screen, right? It's a very simple slide that talks about currently what we're doing now, right? And also what we plan to do over the next 5 years, 2026 to 2030. And then on the right-hand side is some of the strategic collaborations. So for currently, right, most of Prasana, our maintenance program is actually condition-based maintenance. We are doing that. And what that simply means is when a part is about to wear down, we replace it, okay? So there's nothing AI about that. So, but we have since then, over the last 2 years, explored and experimented with predictive maintenance. And what this means is we are putting some sensors in some very key components of the train. And we're taking all the data that shows the performance of these components. And with a historical view of the data, we can probably potentially see patterns. And these patterns can give us very predictive insights to when the part will fail. So we can actually tell that, okay, it might fail in a week's time, so we better fix it now. So once we do that right, we have always continuous service giving to Rakyat. So that's the whole idea of predictive maintenance, okay? The other thing that we are doing now is we've built a Pulse app. This is our way to engage with our customers. We no longer want to engage customers with websites. Everyone is connected via an app. So we've built a new app, and via that app, right, we want to give real-time information. Of course, there are some tricks to that. For bus, we can do live bus tracking now, but we are in the midst of upgrading all our fleet tracking systems as well. And for trains, our trains are fairly punctual, okay? Via the app, we can give notices of any disruptions or delays due to bad weather and so forth. So that's one of the ways we engage them. But via the app also, right, we have something called a journey planner. And we have actually advanced this journey planner, and the vision later is to try and make it into more of a mobility as a service thing. So it connects all different types of ground transport, so that you can book your tickets and order your tickets there and handle your journey from A to Z there. But in the app now also, you can also have rapid on-demand transit services. You can also basically book a lot of things like first mile and last mile. We are connected, deep link to some of our first mile and last mile providers, okay? So it's important to stay in tune with what society needs. But more will happen to the app over the next few years. We are developing a loyalty and customer rewards and loyalty system there also to create the stickiness for people and to reward frequent public transport users. Then in 2026 to 2030, right, we are setting up a few interesting things. For example, we will start implementing a project called Open Payment Systems. We have already started looking at how we can implement AI CCTVs, right? And also, we have set up an innovation hub within Prasrana. And this innovation hub, right, as you see, some of the companies that are very big, they might have innovation pockets here and there. We are not stopping that. But we believe that innovation needs to be consolidated so that you can drive enough momentum to get a solution out there and a working solution, right? Otherwise, you fragment and you dilute the I would say, the most important part of innovation, which is to see something working, right? So the other thing is this thing called System Analytics Center. Now, why is this an important part of AI? AI will be democratized. All these sexy things about AI, ChatGPT and all that, right? But AI runs on data. Without data, AI is practically quite useless, okay? So in every AI journey, you have to build an extremely strong foundation in data. So we are setting up this System Analytics Center so that we can collect all types of different operational data across our fleet, so that then we can better enhance. When we apply the AI layer on top, they have a lot of historical and even real-time and present-day information to help us make better decisions. Okay? So now, one last thing is, there are some key takeaways from this slide. And there's been a lot of people saying that AI will replace jobs and this and that. I think the cultivation of mindset is especially around how we perceive AI is more important. We need to embrace AI as an enabler rather than that it's going to replace jobs. Actually, it's going to create more jobs, if you ask me, right? And AI is an enabler and an enhancer and complements our task at hand. The second key takeaway here is we have to create momentum around uplifting skills and capabilities of employees. The employees that we have now, and also to bring in new employees. We cannot just discard current employees because they have a lot of information and knowledge that they have about how things are being done, and it's important to retain some of those skills and knowledge, right? But AI is not an island, which is the third key takeaway. It is evolving in so many ways and so fast. Hence, strategic collaborations on the right-hand side, right, is very important, right? We have to build a very sustainable ecosystem to keep AI alive. So working very closely with ministries, regulators, vendors, partners, and of course, universities and academia is very important so that we can build a very sustainable ecosystem for AI to thrive. I think that's very important. So can we go to the next slide? So this is just a vision of where we want to take rail transport, is to have all these smart stations. Currently, we're not saying that our stations are dumb. Our stations is just a railway station, right? But look at all the new things we can create with AI and IoT. If you look at that, right, each one is actually a new set of skills, a new set of competencies, and a new jobs, So we need more people to help maintain these things, So I don't think the future is bleak. The future is actually very bright with AI. We need to uplift skills, competencies, and we need to, of existing employees, and also to attract new skills and competencies, okay? The vision is that we want to create an integrated public transport. So we mentioned already integrated common payment system, which is the open payment system. So multiple ways to pay for your ticket. Who knows, in future, we might only use facial recognition or palm vein technology, and we can pass by, right? Without having to take out your credit card and this and that to pay. The integrated journey planner that we have called Pulse, we do really want to make it a mobility as a service app in future. And that's why we do have a lot of collaborations with partners. It doesn't always have to be always a transport provider, and we are in touch with the transport providers. It can also be merchants and all that creates a more meaningful journey to help our customers from A to Z and fulfilling their daily duties, It wouldn't be great if you go to a station and you can do everything there you need to do before you get home, right? So I think that is part of this whole vision of having an integrated journey planner and a mobility as service app, okay? Now, there are some key takeaways which I've written down. I just don't want to miss any points. AI will eventually create more jobs, but these are jobs that require new skills and new mindsets. It's very important that you remember this. Now, to have everything working in harmony, right, powered by a single mobile app, right, the key is always data. We need data, and we need sensors to sense this data. We will eventually need edge computing to compute all these things at hand so that the insights can be sent to us immediately, rather than send it batch to a data lake, and then you spend hours and days trying to sieve through all that data to find insights, And finally, right, historical and present day data, which is what we're working on around predictive maintenance, is very important. Some people say that, oh, but it might improve your efficiency and all that by 5 to 10 minutes. But the way I look at how things are happening around the world, 5 to 10 minutes can be a life or death decision, We can avoid and avert disaster in 5 to 10 minutes, If we get any of these predictive things ahead of time, we can stop a lot of disasters and issues from happening. And even if it's 5, 10 minutes, I think it's worth it, okay? So these are some of the key takeaways from this slide, okay? Now, is this Q&A time, or what's the Q&A? Okay. Any questions from the audience? There must be one question. Okay. Okay. Yes, yes. Yes. So that's a superb question. We've had the Pulse app even before I joined Prasarana. But at that time, it was just an extension of the website. It was a mobile-friendly thing, right? And it gave a lot of information here and there, but it wasn't very interactive. So when I joined, right, I recreated it and reinforced it with all the modern-day things on how you can engage customers more and more and more. Now, Prasarana being Prasarana, we run on a very, very tight budget, and must tell you, it's a very tight budget. So I don't actually have any budget to do a lot of marketing activities, but we have a lot of plans in place. And I have a colleague here called Fazal. He actually works for Prasarana Pride, and it's good that he's here today. We partner with Pride, our commercial arm, to push the app out. And in fact, Prasarana Pride is the business owner for this app, because they bring in all these wonderful commercial merchants and partners and vendors to make the app more livable, so that people will keep coming up to use the app. Yes, Journey Planner is there. Yes, connectivity to first mile, last mile is there. But we want to make the app more meaningful to our everyday users who wake up in the morning. You can organize your coffee and your breakfast, pick it up at the station, go straight to work, and on the way back, you might even want to order some groceries ahead of time, pick it up at the station, and go home. So we are trying to connect with the audience, not just through marketing activities, through things and lifestyle needs that is real, that can actually help them with their daily jobs. It's like jobs to be done now. If you have read that whole academia article on jobs to be done, it's actually helping our customers get their jobs done every day via the app. So I think that's how we're trying to do that. Hopefully that answers your question. Well, I would say in the next quarter, we will launch our customer rewards and loyalty program already. Yeah. In fact, Fazal, can't we even see the number of car spaces on the app now near the stations? Yeah. We are building up the fact that you can actually locate car spaces, and it can tell you how many car spaces are there in each of our stations. We are slowly building it up. Yeah. Yes, Elstorm.
Just public transport enthusiasts as well. Just to understand on the Pulse app. Just to understand on the Pulse app, as well as this journey planner that you have just mentioned earlier. It's a very interesting. I think all of us that use public transport wants to plan our journey from end to end. You talk about first mile, last mile, and stuff like that. Is this Pulse app going to be integrated with ERL, KTMB, stuff like that. Because I see and I used Pulse app in the past when it first rolled out, and it's purely Prasarana.
Yes.
It's rapid own. But to be holistic and integrated as a whole, like you said, data-driven, AI and all that, it should be a bigger picture to actually integrate all of the public transports, maybe including Grabs in the future.
Yes. So the journey planner actually already includes ERL and KTM. But we also have to wait for our partners, right, to upgrade their systems so that we can actually connect seamlessly, you know. And also we have to be careful. Every organization like Prasarana, we have certain policies in place. Like I would like to give real-time train information, but we have policies that we have to keep that train system in a closed loop. So it cannot be connected to the internet or anything like that. And some organizations like KTMB may or may not have that, see. So it's also like a chicken and egg situation. We are also trying to connect with all the bus ground transport players. We have reached out to them, in fact. But we found that a lot of those companies, apart from a few bus companies, their systems are still quite old, and they haven't upgraded, and they're not also connected. And basically, they still use spreadsheets to run their schedule every day, which is a little bit tough. And we try to explain to the Minister of Transport as well that yes, we want to connect with these people, but they also need to upgrade their systems to a point that they are on the cloud, and we can just grab the data and it can be published on our app. But currently, only some can and most of it can't. So I think you must understand that every company has their own budget and their own means that they have to satisfy. Yeah, but we are upgrading our app with AI also. Soon there will be an AI chatbot, right, to serve our customers. But we will start embedding more AI into how we journey plan and how we create the connectivity between the different modes of transport. I think that's more important. Yeah. Okay, I think time's up. Thank you. If you have more questions, you can contact me later. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you to Mr. Imanchi for the sharing session. Now, let us invite our corporate highlight, Madam Li Ping Wang, International Business Development Manager of Jian High-Tech Corporation Limited. Please welcome.
Thank you. I'm Li Ping Wang from Jian High-Tech, and it's a great honor to be here today and to meet with our industry, real industries. And this is a good opportunity. And I would like to take this opportunity to introduce as Mr. Hamdan already mentioned the industry practices by using AI, and I would like to introduce how we do the training. Okay, please next slide. Oh, sorry. Could you please go to the first slide? First up. Yeah. Actually, our company is a professional virtual simulation training solution service provider. We do everything about training and education. Next slide, please. Okay, first I would like to introduce about ourselves. Next, please. Our company was founded in 2002, and we have four major areas. The first is rail transit. This is a major part of our company, and also we do aviation and navigation, and also emergency safety, all by using our virtual simulation technologies. And also we are a national R&D center for the rail transit industry. Also, we are the global partner of Water Skills Competition. Water Skills Competition is the global skills Olympics, and next year it will be in Shanghai. And our Malaysia teams will join us next year. Please next. And this is the development of our company. I won't go to detail. And for this more than 20 years development, we have improved our technology according to the technology development. Next slide, please. And this is the core technologies we used for our solutions. The first is the virtual reality, and the second is our augmented reality and system simulation technology, as well as the mixed realities. Actually, today I took a demo for the mixed reality. So if you are interested, please come to me, and I will demonstrate in another room. Next slide, please. So I would like to introduce our AI-used intelligent management and control platform. By using this platform, could you please go to next slide? By using this platform, we could carry out the data collection and carry out the data analysis. By using this platform, we could manage all the equipment in the training base to collect the training data as well as the class data. By using these data, and our system will carry out the data analysis and to provide support for the management decisions. Next slide, please. So next part is our businesses. As I said, we have 4 main areas. The first is rail transit, and the second is emergency safety. Also, we are partners. We provide equipment for water use competition next year in Shanghai for aircraft maintenance. And also, we could do the shipping training as well. Next, please. This is the solutions for railway. We could provide a very comprehensive training. You could see from the picture, we can create the same training environment according to the real working environment. Next slide, please. And this is the urban rail transit for metro and the subway, and also for light rail. We can create the same working environment as the real ones. Next slide, please. And this is our emergency safety. In China, we have very strict management for the workers who want to, for example, who want to be the high voltage or voltage workers. And before they take the occupation, they need to pass some entry-level test to get the qualification and get the certificate before being the worker. So we provide such kind of evaluate and testing equipment for this certification. Next slide, please. And this is for the aircraft. We have engines as well as we have the aircraft simulators as well. Next slide, please. And this is for shipping. I won't go to detail. Next one. Next one, please. In 2021, we became the global partners of Water Use International. And also, we did a lot of communications and activities with BRICS countries. Next slide, please. And these are the projects we did for overseas markets. And you see, we provided the driving simulators, and also we provide signal systems for laws. Next, please. This is our competition support. Actually, we support competitions not only for international competition. We provide the competition from campus to industry to municipal and to provincial, and later for our national competition as well as our international competitions. Next slide. Okay, last point is our cooperation. For more than 20 years development, actually, we have some overseas projects. And nowadays, we are the most how to say, we are the leading company for providing training equipment and services in China market. Next slide, please. And these are some projects for your reference. We provide very comprehensive ones. For example, we can provide a movable train. Its simulator is not a real one. And also, we could provide some wagons, driving simulators, and also maintenance for training technicians. Next slide, please. And also for signals and vehicles, power supply, and attendances. Next slide, please. So for the urban rail for metro, and it's quite similar. We could provide very comprehensive solutions, as well as we can provide. Actually, this system could be used for just one position. For example, for driver training, but also could carry out joint training. For example, the drivers cooperate with the dispatchers or cooperate with the technicians on board mechanician. Next one. And the driving examples for metro signaling, and also the, water use competition rail vehicle technology. Next one, please. Next one, yes, thank you. And the aircraft maintenance, also flight training. Next one. Okay, the shipping. Next one. And for today, I would like to cooperate with you from not only from the equipment, but also we hope to work with you to create the systematic training system for Malaysia. And we hope could create the skill standards by cooperating with your industry and to provide the training services and equipment. And by doing such things, we hope in the near future you could have your own training base. Thank you very much. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you to Madam Liping Wang for this sharing session. Next, we invite our moderator for this panel discussion, Mr. Sangeet Suresh, Head of Section of Unicel MIDI. Please welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sangeet Suresh, and I'm the Head of Section for Manufacturing and Management Technology here in Unicel ID and in Unicel MIDI. And I'll be your moderator for this session. This is our first forum session. We have one more in the afternoon, but this one is going to be on leveraging artificial intelligence to advance railway connectivity. Let me just introduce you all to our panel members. Welcome Mr. Yo Jit Cheong, who's the, please come over, who's the Business Development and Tender Director of ALSAM. Mr. Yo, please be seated. Thank you. Next in line is Certified Builder and Technologist, Tengku Mohammed Nashron bin Tengku Muhyiddin. Please welcome, sir. And we have one more panelist today, Mr. Noel Devan. Mr. Noel Devan is the Head of Department for System, ERL Maintenance and Support. So we have very distinguished people, highly experienced. We are going to hear a lot of things from them, and probably industrial partners can link with them. Academicians can also get some idea on how we can improve our programs related to rail. So let us start off. I think Mr. Eamon has already given us a good start, and we just need to build it up from what Mr. Eamon has demonstrated.
Yep.
Right, so we will start off with Mr. Yo first.
Sure.
Mr. Yo is from Alstom. Am I getting it right? Alstom?
Yeah, Alstom, that's correct.
Alstom also rhymes with the word awesome, isn't it? So I'm sure it's synonymous to awesome also.
Of course,
Alstom,
we
yeah.
do awesome work all around the world and as well as
Right.
in Malaysia. Right? There are quite a lot of industry friends here.
Okay, great. So my first question will be to Mr. Yo. We have known that Alstom has pioneered advanced signaling systems globally, right? So how do you see artificial intelligence transforming the train controls, number one? Headway reduction. I Googled up what is headway reduction, but maybe you can define what is headway reduction to our audience
I'll
over
try.
here. And also interoperability across Malaysia's multi-operator rail networks. I remember you asked the question to Mr. Eamon. So we can see partnerships building here already. So I hope it shows good colors. So Mr. Yo.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let me try and answer one by one.
Yes, please.
So first thing is you talk about AI reducing headway or what?
Yeah, headway reduction is one.
Okay,
And
firstly,
train control.
I think Mr. Eamon gave a very good presentation and a good start to what AI is all about. Number one, it's all about data. Like he said, and very likely pointed out, he said it may not be useful if there's no data. Actually, it's useless without data. First thing that came about is probably about 10 years ago when we start about Industrial Revolution number 4. This is the engineering world will know. We go into IR4 where it links all different types of robotics, digital transmissions, everything so that it's centralized and we can control, automating things. Railway has gone from that to this as well. In the past, railway goes on a very manual token way, mechanical levels, right? Tokens passing from the locomotive drivers to the train controllers before. So these are all very mechanical. And then it transformed into digital, where now we look into signalings, right? You spoke about signaling where we talk about headway. Headway means journey time, where one train comes before the other trains. So how long do you have to wait before the other train comes?
So it's the distance between two trains.
No, it's about when you get to board the train.
Okay.
So if, let's say, you say 6 minutes, means you have to wait in the station, the next train comes in 6 minutes. Because between the train, it could be very near. Because we have advanced technology where train can actually be very near to each other. This is CBTC, right? Communication based. As long as we know the location. So AI, it's not really AI. This is all about data. AI is about automation, giving a thought to all this data that is fed to the brain. So in railway, there's this thing called operation control center. So at the moment, we have all this data. At any one time, a train would transmit about 200 parameters to the OCC. 200. Temperature of the train, what's the wheel spinning, what's the condition of the brake, what's happening to the propulsion system, what's the energy consumption, but what do we do with it? With all this data at the wrong hands, at somebody that has no idea what is it about, if the temperature is at 36 degrees in the train, then what do you do about it? You don't do anything, it's useless. But if it is set so that automation, either by AI, artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is not something new. And this needs to be taught. So now what we do is the humans sets out the parameters. Just like we tell them, okay, the train temperatures cannot exceed 27. It is set at 24. At any one point when it hits 27, an alarm pops up. The operator in the OCC says, hey, this train has a problem. What do we do? When the temperature goes more than 36, it's not comfortable at all, like this temperature here now.
Yeah,
It's about
yes.
24. It's quite nice, right? But imagine we are all here at 36. We'll all be sweating, and I won't be wearing this. I'll be taking this off. And then we'll all be sweating. And in a humid room, imagine that in a small confined area like a train. No comfortable. Ridership is bad. And then Prasarana gets blamed. Viral. That's the best thing that happens now. Right? Everything just viral. Wait, train ni panas gila ni. And then what they do? Complain. That's what happens. But that can be prevented. How? So when all these inputs are set, So we teach the AI. So we do an automation where it hits a certain parameters, where it's about 27 degrees, and alarms get to the OCC. Control center knows something is going to happen. So before the incidents, like major disaster happens, it gets pulled out from the service. So the train gets, do not board the train. It goes to the depot to fix the issue. 15 minutes later, the train goes back up. No issue. So this is where it improves all this automation, reliability, and all that. So AI can also improve in terms of signaling. Signaling meaning deciding when the train go faster, slower, braking, how long does it wait in the station. All these things can be developed. And then with that, we can have shorter waiting time. Prasarana, through their apps, has always shown things like 4-minute wait time at Kelana Jaya. So these are all about the hit waste. So in a normal layman term, how long do you wait? But in engineering, in our railway, we call it hit waste. It's the same thing, KTMB, everyone, all the operators have this, we monitor this. But like what it's pointed out in the slides, it's done individually at the moment. I think one good slide, one good point that is shown in the slides by Mr. Eamon earlier was a centralized innovative hub. And then one of the data, SAC or something like that, where it collects all the data, centralized collection. So what's important is to collect the data and utilize and how to make improvements. In terms of the reliability, I think one of the targets set out is 1 million mean time between failures. So this means before any train fails, I've traveled 1 million kilometers. That's the target set up. How do they do that? How do we do that? It's just like what I just mentioned earlier. Before it fails, before the customer gets affected, we pull it out, we fix it, we make sure it's good to run again. I think I've prepared a video. What Mr. Eamon has shown, we have actually, from Alstom's side, we have actually deployed certain of these things in over 100 projects. We call it Health Hub. So Health Hub works in the same way. What it does is it collects all this data, study the trends, and do a predictive modeling of what's going to happen. And before disaster strikes, we fix it. Right? And that's the purpose and the beauty of it. Right? Perhaps we can take a look at the video
I think
and
we'll have a look at the
it's
video.
better to demonstrate rather than I say. No music.
There's no volume, I think. You can fix the volume.
Probably the volume is not working well.
Yeah, it's not working, I
but
guess.
just read. So basically, these are all the, it's called a health hub, and it's all digitally integrated. And it comes unannounced. It is a train scanner where they scan the trains. So the last part of your questions, interoperability. So one of the key points, just like Eamon mentioned as well, when I asked about how do we integrate, every company has their own policy, information sharing. So things like this, our Health Hub is actually, we can make it available web-based online, where it is, the information is not just given to or obtainable by operator itself. We can give it to the maintainer, meaning Alstom, all around the world, we can know and give our input, experts take a look into what's happening. So we talk about connectivity globally. Secondly, this can be accessed by authority. In Malaysia, we are governed by MOT, as well Ministry of Transport, as well as Agency Pengangkutan Awam Darat, APAD, where they can also look into reliability. Because Prasarana, KTM, Monorail, all these, they have KPI that they need to achieve a certain service level where if they don't, then they get penalized under their operating license. So things like this, even the authority can look into the Health Hub and look into what has actually happened. Things like this, a lot of things can be done at AI. But there are limitations, which is why the first place it has to come from a policy. If the policy or there's a government mandate where it needs to be open, because a lot of things now is very closed system, because it comes into vulnerability. Once you're open to everyone, you are also exposed to threats, right? So hopefully,
competition also, I guess.
as well, a lot of things. You're right. Alstom has a proprietary rights. Then we don't want people to copy us. That's why it's a trademark. Right? Health Hub trademark, right? It's there. To be honest, a business is still a business. So hopefully, with what I've just shared, I hope I didn't take too much of the time. I have answered
very
your question.
Definitely. It's very
Thank you.
informative. So I believe when the train passes through the tunnel that you showed us, 200
train scanner.
parameters are recorded over.
No. That one is a different scanner. The 200 parameters is live, real feed from the train itself.
From the train.
Yes,
Okay.
it's already in current system.
Okay.
Current Alstom system trains, Siemens, all these things in current operators, they have it.
Okay. And at what distance intervals do you have these scanners? The
For the one
tunnels?
that I just showed,
Yeah.
that one is more at a depot because we want to check the wheel profile, whether the current collector is in the right place and all that. This one cannot be done at high speed. It goes
Awesome. Okay.
between
It has
10
go
to
slow.
yeah. So you need to wash your train just like you wash cars, just so you all know the train doesn't get automatically. So in the depot, we have a train wash plant. So usually when you wash your trains every 3 days or whatsoever, depending on what the operator plans for, after you wash or before you wash, you scan it. Then you can check what's wrong, what needs to be fixed before you roll them out for the next week.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Mr. Yu.
Thanks.
All right, so let's move on to YTL now. We have certified builder, technologist Tengku Mohammed Nashran. My question to you, sir. How is YTL incorporating AI? Now, AI has become a buzzword everywhere. So how is YTL incorporating AI-driven tools, such as automated monitoring systems he just mentioned, especially during the construction phase? I believe you are in the infrastructure part of the railways here. So at the construction stage, how do we do this kind of monitoring?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Moderator. Tengku Mohammed Nasron, on behalf of YTL, I would like to say thank you to UniKL for inviting me to join our today's forum. And then thank you to our panelists as well today. So, like always, I would like to speak in dual language. So that means English and will be Bahasa as well.
Yeah, please.
All right. When we speak about AI, I'm not going to talk much about AI. I will demonstrate what AI in our organization. All right. I think I can show. We got a few slides there. It doesn't take much time. It will be just a quick one. Can we go through about the ilmu first? Okay, this ilmu actually was developed by YTL, already successful developed, and then already launched by, launched in August this year. So everyone can make, can explore this later on. I mean, not many people is aware about the AI developed by YTL. Ilmu is YTL. So Ilmu actually 100% made in Malaysia, by Malaysian and for Malaysian. So I mean, after this forum, all, I mean, including student and a business partner can explore into this. All right, can you scroll up a bit? Don't have. Okay, can we go to the next next slide? So this is the Malaysia AI. Speak Malaysian, think local. So everything is already here. I don't want to explain much on this. Okay, before I answer the moderator question, this is what I should introduce on behalf of YTL. All right, so can you scroll up a bit? On top or down? Should be down a bit. Okay, we got culture intelligence, AI. Scroll up. Next. Global understanding local outputs. Right. This is Malaysia first AI. All right. I think that's all right in this slide. Okay, this is a joint waiting list that everybody can access. We got the early access for this, so everybody allowed to join. Yeah, access is available for everyone. All right, okay. Let's move to the real question from moderator. All right. Let me refer a bit on my paper. In our normal construction program, we always practice PLOC or POLC, planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. So on today one, I would like to explain about what AI will assist us during construction and during maintenance as well. So I take the example for planning and monitoring. So I will paste your question just now. I will paste into this one, then I will explain a little bit on that. All right. So let's. I think our IT is writing the question from you, I believe.
Demonstrating how AI works in real life.
Yeah, that's the way. I don't want to talk much. I let my AI work for me on behalf of me.
Next time, no moderator and no panelists already. AI 1, AI 2, AI 3.
We'll let the AI ask the questions also.
Yeah.
Grok here, ChatGPT here, Ilmu there.
So this the module GPT that we already developed in our project. So once you enter the question, so everything will be out. So for now, our model is thinking about it.
Right, so it's already a trained system.
Yeah.
You have already trained your ChatGPT
Yeah, correct.
with your systems.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
If you go through, this is the answer from GPT. This is a module that we created. This is a module that we developed within our organization. So once you put the question, then everything will be out. Especially the question from automated monitoring system. So everything is there. So everybody can go through that. All right. So predictive maintenance and risk management, everything will be published in there. But this one actually is not from the normal GPT. Okay. This is developed by our organization. All right.
But what if I put the same question in the normal ChatGPT?
We can try if you want. I mean,
I guess you'll get a generic answer.
You think we'll get an identical answer? Because I understand your system data is already there in the internet, isn't it?
Maybe they will give you the general answer. It's not the specific.
It won't be as
answer on that.
specific as this.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So everything, the data included based on our project.
Great. All right.
All right.
Understood.
So of course, we all from KTMB project, Gemas JB project. As you know, we're going to launch. I mean, not us. KTMB MOT. They're going to launch the first service by next Friday. All right. Okay. So this is the answer. Then can you go back to the Mr. IT? Can we go back to the GPT just now. Okay, first one, I want to little bit explain about.
Maybe you can just
Okay.
click on back.
So the
Ah,
question from moderator, I would like to give give an overview. Can you go on the last right?
Give an overview, the fourth
Give
one.
an overview for our project. So the question is on overview, then everything will be out from there. Can we scroll up on the safety, the contact? Everything will be there when we're talking about electrification system overview. So detail is there, Mr. Moderator.
So,
Yeah.
so your engineers use this system in order to?
Basically, we just developed this module,
Okay.
but I believe for the next one we will have this data, and then we will develop, and then we'll share with all team members.
Okay, great. So it's an
Okay.
information wizard, if I'm not mistaken. So anybody can access in your company.
Yes,
anybody
correct,
can
correct.
access this.
Of
Okay.
course, this is not the free GPT.
Okay.
I mean, this will be bear by the organization that you wanted to use, and then
Understand.
they can make use and then share with all parties.
And is it private enough? How is
For
the privacy of this system?
I mean, just for to use by our internal
Internals, right.
teams, yeah,
Okay, okay.
internal team, yeah.
Understood. Thank
I
you.
mean,
I was a
earlier-
bit surprised when you said we can use it, because Alstom has the same thing, but
Yeah.
external can't access.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
PNC.
Yeah, correct. But I mean, earlier during our project time, we might use some paperwork, you know. But when we have AI in the system, so everybody can access. I mean, especially on our team, site team, especially, they will refer on the documentation, on the approval things, on the progress side, on the planning side. Everything will be inside here. So it is in one platform, actually.
Great, yeah.
All right.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
All right.
All right. So next, after Alstom and YTL, let's move on to ERL, a very significant player in Malaysia, and which is why we are able to travel in 28 minutes from KL Central to KLIA. Mr. Noel Devan is here, Head of Department for ERL Maintenance and Support, also Systems. My question to you, so given ERL's high performance and time-critical operating environment, which I just mentioned, 28 minutes, how is artificial intelligence being embedded into diagnostics, real-time monitoring, and condition-based maintenance to predict system failures before they occur? So this question is basically about predictive maintenance. How do you include AI into predictive maintenance? This question.
Afternoon, everybody. My name is Noel, and I thank Sangeet and Unical for giving EMAS the opportunity here. Okay, I'm from ERL Maintenance and Support, and I'm very much on the maintenance arm of it. So the question is very relevant, how we can provide a safe and reliable train service to our customers. We are doing this in many ways in the old system of condition-based monitoring that Iman talked about. But going forward, we want to put AI into this to enable us to do predictive maintenance. So I can share with you 3 cases that one, we have done a POC, and another 2, we want to do this POC with selected vendors. The first one was where we had this bogie monitoring system. As you all know, railways, a lot of bearings, and they are very safety critical. So we had sensors like what our colleague from Alstom also shared. These sensors give real-time data, which enable us to predict when these bearings can fail. So the POC was quite successful, and we hope to roll this out in this coming years. So that is done. And another thing that I want to talk about next is operational reliability. I think everybody knows that all the railways in Malaysia has this same problem. people like to steal our cables. So what we want to do is bring in an intrusion detection system which will use technology to predict movement of people near our tracks. I mean, if I walk, my gait is specific, and this will show some pattern. And when they cross the fence or they try to open the covers to access the cables, this all will create specific vibrations. We don't expect a human to look at this. That's why we expect AI to read the patterns and flag. And already the human needs to react. We need to go to site. But we want the first flag to read patterns and come up with a prediction. Oh, this looks suspicious at kilometer 5. At kilometer 10, oh, this is normal to excavator working, so it's not an issue. So this is how we want to bring AI into our maintenance regime, and we are doing this POC with a vendor. So that is number 2. And the third one, like how Iman said, CCTV AI, detection of passengers at the edge of platform. We don't want our passengers to fall on the track. We don't want them to be in a dangerous situation. They could even faint just because they are sick. We want this to be flagged. And these are the kind of routine, mundane tasks that we don't expect an operator to look at it. We want to automate this with AI to flag it out, and the human intervenes. So this is how EMAS and ERL is looking forward to bring AI into our operation and maintenance strategies.
Interesting. I think we just had a booth outside from TUV. They could monitor your emotions just by detecting, you're scanning your iris. So maybe you can use those systems also in this to find out whether the people are emotionally balanced or not. Before they fall, let's catch them.
I tried that, and it flagged me as unstable.
Probably nervous and speaking lah.
Thank you, Mr. Noel. Thank you. All right, moving forward, my next question again to Awesome Alstrom. So as Malaysia moves towards artificial intelligence enabled and new energy rail ecosystems, by saying new energy, I mean renewable and clean energy, what role can OEMs like Alstom play in developing local technical talent? This is very much relevant to us because we are, churning out graduates from here. So maybe your input on that will be good on local technical talent, technology transfer, and establishing Malaysia as a regional rail innovation hub. How do we do this?
Okay, okay now. But very good questions. I think railway has been has been riding high for the last probably 10 years, where we roll out the first MRT1, second MRT, and now we are looking for LRT Shah Alam to actually be open. Just like what YTL just mentioned, we're going to start revenue service for the ETS down south and all that. And I think one of our government agency which spearheads into these things called TDA, Technical Depository, sorry, I couldn't remember, but it's TDA, where we do all these partnerships with local universities, operators, and then I think one of the train that was in here, Ampang Line, that was part of these initiatives where OEMs like us, where we work together with universities, UniKL, University Pahang, right, to actually develop technologies, innovative ideas, because as much as AI can do something, it learns from data. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I may be wrong, I don't know. At this juncture, AI does not bring you fresh ideas. It's still humans, right? It's the human that comes out with the innovative idea, what to do next. How about we try this? AI learns from existing data. That's why data drives their performance. But data means something that is already here. Whereas students, people, operator that faces the problem, people that actually encounters the problem, we are the one that needs solutions. We are the ones that try to solve something that is new, something that we just encountered. And this is where OEM with certain technological advantage that we have can actually work together to further develop the brainchild, the idea that stems from students, operator. I'm very sure the AI, the facial recognition that from TUV and all that, it stems from something. Why? Why do we try to recognize facial behavior?
The necessity.
Yes, somebody took a knife into the train station. There was an incident in South Korea where the mental state of the mind, the person wasn't happy. He was actually having an argument with the wife. What happened? He bring petrol, go into the train, pour, burn himself. So things like this where the facial recognition can detect before disaster happens. So all these things are developed. It has to start somewhere. So this is where sometimes we call it technological transfer, sometimes we say innovation, collaborations. We have engineers, we have solutions, we have the certain microchip, we have certain R&D on the detection, we have the CCTV, we have certain things embedded. But how do we do it? How do we embed it in the solution to solve the real life problem? That's where OEMs like Alstom, even local partners like YTL, EMAS, all of us can work together because unity is strength. We may have certain technology, but we don't have the insights. Just like the health hub thing that I just showed. We have all the data from all around the world. Is it going to be useful for Malaysia? Certain things, yes, but not all. Because the data is for around the world, not catered for Malaysia. In certain countries, the trains have no air conditioning at all because it's a cold climate. Why do you want to even put cold condition? No. In France, just like Olympic in France, where our local sportsmen have to bring their own fan because it wasn't designed with air condition like here because it's a cold country. So it has to be adapted to local situation. This is where the local partners, the local people, UNISTIS, all this can collaborate together to develop solutions tailor-made just for Malaysia. This is where it comes. I hope it answers.
Yes, yes. So I believe Alstom can also help us in reviewing our curriculum in future so we can add in all these things to make them industry ready.
Definitely we can talk about this because similar to government aspiration, right? A lot of the projects that is being rolled out by the government, some government people are also here, good friends of mine that I've met before. There's always this clause where we need to do a thing called ICP, Industrial Collaboration Programs, where even over 5 million if the project, then there are certain elements of ICP that you need to contribute. You need to at least develop the local talent. So this is evident in MRT Line 1, like I just mentioned, MRT 2. There were a lot. I think the recent one where LRT 3 just announced, I think about 60, 70 million worth of ICP was actually done. There were developments of solar panels in the stations and all that. So it's a good give back to the community, good give back to the government's expenditure, where we gain from all these collaborative programs. Right?
Awesome. Yeah, awesome. Thank you very much. Mr. Noel, as AI-driven maintenance technologies, you were mentioning about fixing a lot of sensors and stuff to detect issues. As these maintenance technologies evolve, how do you anticipate the maintenance workforce transitioning? Here we are talking about long timers, yeah? I'm sure there are a lot of people who can smell issues, isn't it, Mr. Noel? So how do these people be transitioned into accepting the AI-based maintenance practices? I'm sure there is training, but apart from training, what is the acceptance levels from these people?
When you talk about staff, there is an inclination for some to be technologically, they like technology.
Okay.
So these people will adopt new technologies easier.
Very fast.
And there are some people who are a bit reluctant.
Okay.
So for these people, they want to touch, feel, see. So we should try to give them this exposure. Sometimes it's not possible, but I think with something done on training just now where you have a virtual reality, mixed reality, as you give them the hands-on experience, they will embrace technology. They will see how the AI is helping them, it will really enable them to think of new ideas, innovative, that they couldn't share before, they didn't realize. But when they try something like this, they can do better. But talking about staff, can I also go on?
Yeah, please.
I also have something that AI is not good for me, in the sense that a lot of young people nowadays are very technology. But the reality is, a railway is a mechanical industry. You cannot run away from it. Be it the rolling stock, be it the electrification system, the signaling system. We want students who are willing to get their hands dirty.
True, very true.
We want students to have new jobs, electronically, data-driven, but they mustn't forget the basics. That is coming from the industry, because we see students. But it's something that we can improve together.
I think you can rest assured that Unicale students are quite hands-on.
I will say yes,
Yes.
but I'm telling in general, for the students that we get, we have to be very hands-on in the railway industry.
But otherwise, what's your experience on your existing staff, the long timers I'm talking about? Is there any resistance to change so far? Or are they adapting to the new training techniques, training modules that you were talking about?
They realize the importance. When we show them, like we did this POC for this data from trains,
Yeah.
they realize how it makes their analysis simpler, and they know what to attend to instead of troubleshooting in many places, trying to find the problem. So these are the benefits that AI gives. It can pinpoint you to a particular location.
Great.
But end of the day, doing that job is still a mechanical job.
Yeah, you still need to get your hands dirty.
You have to have both.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. We'll get back to YTL, Mr. Tengku Nashron. So, how do you at YTL integrate artificial intelligence-based predictive or corrective maintenance to anticipate future asset failures and to ensure long-term reliability? Now, asset here could mean also the infrastructure itself, or it could also mean the trains.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Moderator. Okay, can we go back to my chat GPT again that we developed? Can we paste the question into that? I mean, what Mr. Noor has mentioned just now, we need people or students to be, workers to be hands-on,
Yes.
and then they will be more expertise on that. But we have to support with the AI as well in the current modern.
Yeah.
So this is the way that we work. So that means we work both sides, AI and hands-on things.
So I think the gist over here is that though you can use AI to get information on how maintenance, predictive maintenance can be done, you still need somebody to go there and do the work.
Yeah, the data that we have to key in by our expert, right? Expertise AI. So the data that we required must be keyed in before we can utilize the AI.
Okay.
What our
that's
colleague
your response.
Yo said just now, data is there, but you want intervention from a human.
True, yeah. And you need somebody who knows the job, isn't it? Not just getting information from AI. You also need somebody who can interpret what AI is telling you and who can understand and do the necessary measures to fix the problem.
Okay, here we go, the answer from your question just now. So let's talk about the predictive or corrective maintenance based on the AI answer. You requested an overview of maintenance types. This describe how predictive and corrective maintenance applied to KTMB railway system. So can you scroll up a bit? So everything will be stated here that our people just to follow this.
Okay.
So like now we're talking about safety first before any maintenance activity. There's a prerequisite that you have to apply. So that's 4 bullet point there. And then next one, how you respond with the predictive maintenance.
Okay.
So predictive maintenance is condition-based, done before a failure occurs, guided by data, trend, and periodic inspection findings. So that's the purpose. That's a 3 bullet point.
Okay.
Defect, early. So that's an example for JB Gemas project.
Mhm.
So we're talking about signaling system, communication system, overhead line equipment, mechanical, electrical. So everything is there already, Mr. Moderator, Mr. Sangis.
So we expect people who read this
Mm.
to also understand these jargons, isn't it? They are all full of jargons. Not everybody in this room today can understand these jargons.
It is correct. It is correct. That's why, as I said before, this actually the AI developed just mainly for our internal
Great.
maintenance team or construction team.
So I believe in YTL, everybody knows to interpret this.
Yes,
information.
it is correct.
Great. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Okay, let's get back to Alstom. So the last question. With increased digitalization and data sharing between operators, asset owners, and signaling systems, what cybersecurity frameworks or risk methodologies does Alstom recommend in safeguarding critical rail infrastructure? So how do we prevent any kind of hacking or induced disturbances in the system?
Okay, very good
I hope,
question.
I
and
hope this
very-
answer won't be confidential.
No. I'm going to explain in a very general and holistic a way where everyone can do it, right?
Okay.
So basically, this question is very valid now because we are very connected. But in railway, and those that are dealing with railway, we know
Mhm.
critical safety systems such as signaling, we are in a closed loop system.
Okay.
We don't connect to the external internet.
Mhm.
There are firewalls and all that. So we are an internal system. Whereas threats, vulnerabilities such as cybersecurity, hacking and all that do happen. And it has happened in Malaysia Airport recently. Prasarana has kena before. Ransomware, all these things. So
Okay.
what can be done? So which is why now Malaysia is also developing their own cybersecurity framework.
Mhm.
I don't think we have yet. Right? And there are quite a number of cybersecurity companies being developed. Defense contract where we are embedding all this. In the past, and I'm talking about not too long in the past, MRT Line 1, MRT Line 2, which is very recent. There's no cybersecurity embedded in the contract.
Okay.
The latest contract where I see cybersecurity, RTS. RTS project has a little element of cybersecurity. And then LRT3 also doesn't have. Future contracts will have, because we know and understand how important cybersecurity threat is. How important and to prevent all this, to ensure that our livelihood, our continuity of life, and all this disruption. One-time failure, disruption for an hour whatsoever, we are talking about hundreds of thousands of people being late to work, and one person being late to work, bank networks down, everything get disrupted. So it's important to ensure that all these things are in place. We have to follow what the government policy. On our side, in terms of signaling critical system, there is no problem because we are closed cycle, it's not penetrated. In Alstom itself, in our office, we don't allow USB to
Pendrives.
be
Pendrives,
connected, yeah?
And many offices are like that now.
Yes. And if we want to connect, if we have to, because sometimes you got no choice. Like if I buy a tender contract and the tender contract comes in the pen drive,
Yeah.
I don't go into the tender? No way. So what we do? We have a machine that clean it up,
Okay.
disinfect it, make sure there's no spyware whatsoever before we connect. And our IT monitors it. We cannot also download stuff. So Alstom takes cybersecurity very important, high level of scrutiny. So that's how we do our work. And that applies as well to our railway signaling system and our train system. I'm very sure EMAS has the same thing, Prasarana employs the same thing.
But you mentioned that Malaysia has started to develop this system.
Yes,
So all this while we were dependent on whom? On what?
none. We have firewall, but we are not ready for the big attacks,
Oh,
right?
so-
And there's no prevention in place. We have the standard ones. This is like normal. I jaga myself. Not holistically. Right? So now we are coming up to make sure that before the attacks come, we know already. So it's preventive. You make sure you are ready for it. That's where all the companies in Malaysia, the defense system, everything. We have kena cyber attacks before if you read the news properly. So we can detect all these things.
Okay,
So
so at least we know that we are progressing towards it.
Of course, it is coming because as we open more, just like what I mentioned earlier, when we remember I just said that we need to be able to open, but when we open, we are also vulnerable. So imagine all this data where I talked about just now earlier on this health hub, where we have all this information, how's the condition of the train, what's wrong, and everything is available by the authority.
True.
And if they get hacked, and then it hacks into my system, somebody hijacks the train. We get a movie now, but you don't want that to happen. That has happened, right? It can happen. I'm not sure if you all have watched the movie Speed or something like that, where somebody hijacked the train. It's a very interesting movie, but it's a real possibility of it
can
happening.
happen. It can happen.
Exactly. So we want that to be prevented because you don't want a disaster to happen. Prevention is better than cure, always.
Definitely.
Yep.
Thank
Hopefully
you.
it
Thank you.
answers.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Yo. And my last question to Mr. Noel. With ERL's extensive operational data and maintenance experience, how can collaboration with OEMs, regulators, and other Malaysian rail operators help build a shared AI-enabled maintenance ecosystem? The question seems a bit long. So,
Question is tough.
yeah. I mean, you can just answer whether you're already collaborating with other players like Alstom or even the interoperability which we were talking about. And who are these regulators, if you can share with us?
Okay, in Malaysia, we have the Ministry of Transport,
Okay.
we have APAT,
Okay.
and if you know, the railways comes under a national critical infrastructure, which comes under NACSA. So all the railway operators are part of this NACSA. So we have to report to them if there's any issues, and they are monitoring us. Okay. In terms of us, in terms of ERL, the policy was to be standalone. We, as Yo said, we are not connected to the world. I'm not talking about your office network for emails. I'm talking about your railway systems, signaling, your trains, your communication system, electrification. None of it is connected to the outside world. We are totally closed. No firewall also, because we don't have any connections outside. That makes it safe for us that we are not faced by threats, but it makes collaboration difficult. We cannot share with people. As I said, as Iman also said, this is a policy. Whether it's a national policy or a business policy, it needs to be looked comprehensively, which also needs support. Remember, our system is 30 years old. And it's not easy to implement cybersecurity into old systems. Going forward, like RTS was an example given, and maybe the next projects by YTL, they will include cybersecurity into it.
In the future.
In the future, but how to handle the old guys? Okay, the wrong term. How to handle the young guys then? Okay, but some of us have been in the industry. ERL is 30 years, KTMB is even longer. We have these gaps that we cannot close. So at the moment, we do not share.
But how about the other countries like who are very good in train systems? Italy is there. Do they also have a very old history, train history? I'm sure even their conventional systems are still working. So how do they do this? Have you benchmarked with any other country or any other?
Unfortunately, we haven't.
Okay.
But I'm not sure whether the regulators like APAT has done this.
Okay.
I cannot answer that.
All right.
We haven't.
But you have any idea how Italy or other countries are?
Sorry.
All right. So it was a very informative session, and we heard a lot from our panel members who are experienced in their own areas, some sticking on to the mechanical part of it, and some are moving on to including AI in everything. So thank you very much to our panel members. I would like to open this session to the audience. If you have any specific questions to ask any of our panel members, you are free to do so. Please. No questions? So I think our session was very informative. Either they have understood everything or they have understood nothing. No, I'm just kidding. So, oh yeah, there's a question from there. Okay.
Hello. Okay. Basri from Akin Realist. Okay. Given safety cases, system engineering, EMC, human factor, long asset life cycle, and fragmented legacy system, which integration challenge has been the biggest blocker for your team? Either the YTL in the project management, ERL in the maintenance, predictive maintenance, and also Alstom as a system integrator. Which is the biggest blocker, and how you overcome with that practice? And another question, when you're using AI, how you ensure the security of AI? That's it.
He asked a question which he already knows the answer. And he's testing us, I guess. Would you like to come over and explain? Maybe you can take the question.
You asked about what I believe is the biggest challenge in terms of implementations, projects, stuff like that. I think, from my view, not just as Alstom, I've been in railway industry for quite some time. One of the most important or difficult aspects in terms of implementing a railway is integration. Integration, interfacing, and coordination. Because there's so many different stakeholders and parties. Everyone has their own interests. And to be fair, they rightfully have their own interest, because everyone is just protecting their fair share of works, ensuring contracts is done right and all that. So it's very hard to actually get all these different systems to actually agree to one place. Contract can say one thing, specs can say one thing, but there are many things that you have to tailor suits to the project needs, right? So to me, that's the toughest part, and that's always a hurdle that will go on even after the project is ended. Because when the problem surfaces after that, during GLP period, or during testing period, or during maintenance periods, that's where the blame game starts again.
Yeah.
Right?
You have to come out with a new solution.
Yes, because the world doesn't work by yourself. The system works by communicating with each other. The train has got to talk to the signaling system. The signaling system has to get certain things from the communication system to show the timetable, many things. So all of these are interrelated. And the fault can happen in any of this chain, right? So that's, to me, is the toughest challenge.
I hope that answers your question. To an extent. To an extent. All right. Any more questions from the floor? If no, we shall wind up this session. I would like to thank our panel members once again for sharing your experience, and it has been a very informative session. I think we can take some cue out of it, and both academically and also the industry partners can approach you if they need anything. Thank you very much once again, and thank you to the audience too. Thank you very much. We have the media. Let's take a snap. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
A huge thank you to our moderator and panelists for a truly stimulating discussion. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now take a break for lunch. We invite everyone to proceed at the lunch hall. Please be back in your seats at 2:15 p.m. for our second forum session. We now have a break for lunch. Thank you.